Hello everybody, welcome back to my movie review series. Today we'll be discussing the cultural hit, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever review. So I just got back from watching it. Again, like I said, I've been quite a ways from, I'm only about 15 minutes away from Stone Ridge movie theater, but a solid, they don't have reclining chairs because their movie theater was built in the 1840s. But this movie's obviously runtime is, well, let's read the overview. You know how we do these ones? I'll give you my overall grade and impressions. After that, if you've not seen the movie and would like to see the movie, you're going to want to shut off the video. There will be spoiler alerts. We'll be discussing plot synopsis and character development, any major themes in similar movies. Similar movies in the Marvel Universe. So the overview says Queen Ramonda, Shuri, M'Baku, Okoye, and the Dora Milaje fight to protect their nation from intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As Wakandans strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together with Nakia and Everett Ross to forge a new path for their beloved kingdom. Release date on November 11th, 2022. We have 88% of Google users like the movie, 84% of Rotten Tomatoes, 60% of Metacritic, 7.3 out of 10 for IMDb. So admittedly, I've told you many times, the superhero genre is definitely trite for me. It's definitely overused. The only one I really look back and think of really liking was Thor Ragnarok several years back. But just superheroes is just not a genre that's typically hits for me very well. On the flip side, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It wasn't anything special in terms of a superhero genre. Good guys fight this kingdom fighting that kingdom with some humans involved. And we'll get to that because that is part of the plot synopsis. There's a new kind of, I think new to the Marvel Universe. I'm not like a Marvel nerd. I don't know like everything that's ever happened. So I think this is a new like group of things. So that certainly happens this one. But the things I liked about it was the cinematography. I just thought the presentation was well. Again, for a 2 hour and 40 minute video, movie, it's on the longer end. So it does well for the rating if I simply keep my attention on the movie the entire time. Which it did that for me, and again, in a genre that I don't typically like. I really like the musical score. I like all the pieces. You don't really get the comeback of Rihanna until the absolute credits at the end. But there was a couple other pieces in there that I thoroughly liked. So the last one that really, like that shoot 'em up Western movie I reviewed, that was the last one. Was like, this soundtrack really stood out to me. This one did, so I like Black Panther's soundtrack. I like the cinematography, and it's really just, you know, the Wakandans versus this group over here fighting each other with some human involvement. Nothing super unique in the plot development or characterization, but I enjoyed it. It kept my attention, and I thought it was fun in a genre that I don't typically like. So I'll give it a B+. Definitely highly recommended if you like superhero movies. It's nothing special, nothing super unique. Again, I don't care about the cultural, we need a black superhero or this or that. Superheroes in general is just not super interesting. I do like to see, this power versus that power, just see if there's any unique writing. It's just an extension of human imagination. But it's typically like, here's some broken thing about quantum mechanics, and then some just bullshit writing throughout the rest. So, B+, certainly liked it. The last superhero movie that I liked in kind of similar movies, time range type of thing, is probably The Eternals, which is another one that a lot of people didn't like. Again, I don't like superhero movies in general, but it's amazing with movies and music. People just like and hate the most random shit, and it's just speciality every single fucking time. So I never go in there caring about what anybody else thinks about this stuff. But I thought this would be higher up there for the superhero fans. I guess not. So that's my overall impressions. Like the musical score, like the cinematography, a lot of CGI. Looked like a pretty expensive production. Nothing super unique on the plot synopsis or characters, but thoroughly enjoyable to spend 2 hours and 45 minutes doing something. So if you've not seen the movie and would like to, that's my recommendation. I think it's highly entertaining. So shut off this video now. We'll be discussing the plot synopsis and character development. So you open up, you get a funeral for King T'Challa, which was Chadwick Boseman. I believe the actual real-life character and the actual characterization in the movie is the same. He just gets sick and dies. Obviously he had cancer. The public wasn't aware of that filming the original Black Panther. But again, I haven't seen the original in a couple years or whenever it came out. So for the actual plot development of the movie, I believe they just went in line with what happened in real life. So unless I'm missing, there might be some, because I haven't seen the original in some time, some nuance of the plot I might be missing or just not connecting. So they have a formal burial for him, and then you get a 1 year later. So this movie takes place 1 year after the original Black Panther movie. So the first thing you go in is you have Queen Ramonda. When they say the Black Panther's dead now, like meaning Chadwick Boseman or they got King T'Challa, but again I forget exactly like why in the lore or just the plot development as to why there's not like another Black Panther dude. So he just like drinks an herb in the first one and becomes the Black Panther, which kind of does happen later on. But she walks in there to a United Nations meeting, sits down there. We have the President of the United States, which is the head doctor on The Good Doctor. I recognized him from that. And then some French lady. And so basically what happens is now they know the Wakandans are there. I'm not exactly sure where physically the Rwanda is, or Wakanda is. Not Rwanda, sorry, Jesus. But I don't know if it's like in the sky or if it's like in the mountains somewhere. I just forget like where it's physically located, the place. It's just like in the sky behind the invisible beam things. So I'm not exactly sure where it's physically located at. But they have some sort of like outreach programs or just like, humans and Wakandians like grouping up together. And so apparently the humans have been looking for vibranium. How does quantum field theory predict random fake elements in fictional movies, guys? Vibrational information theory, vibranium. No problem here. So they're looking for this rare element. They're searching in the ocean, they're searching for places, and there's an attack on the space as they're at this UN meeting, and it turns out, the French team and the United States team are kind of trying to like find vibranium on Earth or find a place wherever, because in the lore it's only supposed to be located in Wakanda. Which that's actually a major theme. That's actually fucking hilarious. There's 100% in real life amongst like world governments a not well known secret France like intelligence organization. So again, I need 3 credits for my undergrad degree in physics. So I need some language arts credits. So I took French, and then I discovered I got the world to recognize a secret intelligence agency in real life for real. So shout out to the secret France team, bonjour. But so it turns out the French, I thought that was kind of a little interesting on there, inadvertently or not, coincidentally or not. But so we had a secret France team trying to find some vibranium in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and in real life there's actually a secret French intelligence agency. So that was fucking hilarious. But basically, that just happens, and she brings in all of the people that tried to steal the vibranium from one of their like shared research facilities that Wakanda is running. And so that occurs. The next kind of big development is you meet this other kind of like civilization in the Marvel universe. So you have this like joint operation between the CIA, and you have Everett Ross, a CIA agent, and I just have Mrs. Ross, or ex-Mrs. Ross, but his ex-wife, who is now his boss at the CIA. Minor roles throughout the movie. But there's a CIA ship that is located vibranium in the ocean, and they're going to try to like get it, and then you just have this like attack on this Navy CIA type of ship. So these people just hear this sonic sound and just start like walking like zombies into the ocean and dying. And so you get introduced to they're like these blue people. No need to wait for Avatar Way of the Water. We already have a civilization of people living in the ocean in this one. And so basically you meet, I forget the dude's name, I think it's Namora. I forget again, looking at the names, I can't even remember. But the cast list, but you meet this other dude who has he's like a blue dude, where he's got human skin tone, but he runs this species of blue people that live in the ocean, and basically they've had vibranium under the ocean for a long time. And so it's a big liability if the humans find the vibranium that the blue people have. I'll just call them the blue people because I'm not going to remember the names, and a lot of the names for the Wakandans I can't pick up. So I'll just act what they did in the movie, like their rules. But so there's a big attack on that ship. There's total casualties from there, and so Everett Ross is running in the woods. I think who is the Shuri? It was Chadwick Boseman's sister. And then the head of their military was another chick, like the bald chick. Where's the bald chick? Again, can't find her. I don't know. Why the fuck is it so hard to find characters to actresses? I don't know. But the bald chick that runs the army, they pull him aside. It's like, he's like, that was you guys that attacked the ship. And she was like, no, not at all. And so, well, actually, originally the Ramonda and Shuri were, in Wakanda, just in the Wakanda bush. And the head blue dude came up out of the water and was like, don't tell the humans that I exist. We have a civilization in the ocean. If you do anything bad, we're gonna attack you. We have way more people than you. So that's the first the Wakandans are learning about it. And in the plot development of the writing, it's the first you learn that there's vibranium outside of Wakanda. And so that all kind of develops at once. That happens before the ship attack. After the ship attack, they learn about the chick who designed the machine to locate the vibranium. And pretty cute actress, can't match the person to the face. But she's an MIT student. That's the typical really smart human at MIT. Gets picked up by the CIA to build this machine. Oh, she's got to go to differential equations class. No, she's got to go save Wakanda forever. So basically, Wakanda learns that the blue team is going to go try to kill the chick that built the machine. Wakanda's not with that. They're not with slide on that op. So they protect the chick. They pick her up from MIT. And they're driving back, and they get attacked by the blue team again. Blue team abducts Shuri, the princess, the daughter of Ramonda, who's lost the Black Panther, her son. And the chick from MIT gets taken to Talicut, just the capital city in the ocean of the secret blue team. And it's just so far under the ocean that if they didn't have special suits or their bodies hadn't adapted to it, they would be crushed by the pressure. So they get taken down there. When they get down there, you learn about the history of the secret blue team. Basically, I don't know, they drank some plant, and then they got some superpowers, and then they needed to reproduce, and they gave some chick a secret bracelet, and then she had the king of the blue dudes, and then everybody else is blue, and they literally need masks to have water held so they can breathe. Why this dude, the king of the blue dudes, can breathe both. He definitely needs the water, but he can survive. And he can also fly. He's got wings on his feet, so he can fly as well. So he's just born differently after drinking the secret blue plant, and now he's the king of this underwater species of blue people. And they swim really well. He flies and swims really well. And so you learn some history about that, and that really develops from there. And so obviously, Ramonda, the queen of Wakanda, is not too happy that her princess got stolen. So the bald chick is dethroned of her rank of being the king of the military for Wakanda. And they find some chick in Haiti or Haiti, I don't know, Haiti, I don't know the actual correct pronunciation, but Haiti for shitty American pronunciation. So I just don't know the pronunciation. Little double dots, I always get you. But there's some chick working in Haiti or or whatever they call it, and they go down there to pick her up, and she's just working as a school teacher, but she's a spy or an infiltrator, and so she's recruited again by the Wakandans, and she's from Wakanda, but she's just living a normal human life at this point, and it's we have to save the princess. So she goes down in some special machine in Wakanda, has really advanced technologies, so her bones don't get crushed, gets into the central place and rescues the chick. Has to kill a couple of the blue team, which isn't going to make the king blue dude too happy, but they escape with both the MIT chick and and Shuri the princess. Make sure I'm still rolling. And so they rescue the princess. They dropped a couple blue bodies, so King Blue Dude is not too happy. He's about to slide back on the ops. So he slides back, pulls up in Wakanda. I keep calling it Rwanda. Wakanda. And so again, I'm just not, for the actual development, I'm not exactly sure, where Wakanda is. But he pulls up, they're in there, they're at Wakanda, the whole main character crew. And they start to see the street starting to get flooded, and so they know that the water team's coming in. There's a big burst of water, and then there's an invasion. And so they're fighting the rescuing. You get a pretty developed fight scene. King Blue Dude comes in, flies in. They have these water grenade things that are pretty impactful. And so the royal palace of Wakanda people has the vibranium. well, it's like they said, they learned about the vibranium in the ocean, so you're not sure if it's going to hold back from the vibranium bombs with the water, and it doesn't. So he throws the water bombs, and he kills Ramonda. So Ramonda is dead. She dies. Shuri's not too happy about that, obviously, but basically King Blue Dude says, when I come back, I'm gonna kill everybody if you don't let me kill the MIT chick, so they can't find our secret society in the ocean. And so they lick their wounds. Shuri then retries some sort of development from Chadwick Boseman's character. It's not apparent to me as why there can't be a Black Panther earlier on in the movie. But she takes the potion again, goes through the ritual, sees Michael B. Jordan's character, who was in the first one, was like the bad guy, really challenged him, was like very vengeful, killer type of dude. And so sees that guy that comes out and has the powers of the Black Panther now. So Shuri becomes the Black Panther throughout the movie. You just see Michael B. Jordan briefly. You have the other ones, Ironheart, Namora, Wakabi, Haneke, Okoye, Nakia, Mbaku. I just don't remember who's who. We have the big male who's like he's not the head of the Warriors, but he's like a head of like some warrior group. The guy, like whoever froze Black Panther in the original one, kept him alive after battling Michael B. Jordan. He's in here again. They consult with him a bit. The King Blue Dude, again, he's got the drip. It's all vibranium drip. So they notice that his spear's made of raw vibranium, so he has very powerful tools as well. And so overall, it seems like the King Blue Dude is stronger than any one Wakanda, but in general, Wakanda's stronger than the Blue Team, and they have more numbers, just as like characterization of the powers of the empires. And so she gets the powers of the Black Panther. The MIT chick, she kind of has like an Iron Man suit that she built throughout the season. So she's flying around doing some stuff during big fight scenes. But it's really just, the major plot development is just pretty much just two fictional civilizations kind of like warring and going back and forth. Again, the writing is nothing super unique. But, so they fight that out. The Everett Ross, again, he's not supposed to have unsanctioned contact with Wakanda. The Mrs. Ross, CIA figures out he does, picks him up. That might be towards the end. But where were we? So now after that, the Wakandas are going to draw out King Blue Dude and try to dry him out, like literally have him less moisture in his skin so he's less powerful. So they draw him out in the Atlantic Ocean. There's a big fight scene between the Wakandas and the Blue Team once again. They're fighting it out, big fight scene. MIT chick's flying around in her Iron Man suit type of deal. And I guess early in the movie they had to escape, and you see the prototype of the spacesuit. The Shuri, the Queen, when they get kidnapped, MIT chick escapes with the suit and shoots down a drone. But then she gets a more updated one for this next battle. And so they end up, Wakanda's at this big fight in the Atlantic Ocean. They end up capturing King Blue Dude, while the rest, you have Shuri, who's Black Panther now, and King Blue Dude in this one spaceship. They're flying away. King Blue Dude has a spear of pure vibranium, catastrophically injures the spaceship, and they fight it out on the beach while the rest of their civilizations are fighting it out in the Atlantic Ocean. And so Black Panther gets stabbed, recovers real quick because of the vibranium suit, and the King Blue Dude is really dried out from being out of the water for so long. And so Black Panther has the opportunity to kill King Blue Dude, decides not to. They both go back to where they're fighting in the Atlantic Ocean, both the leaders, and they all put their weapons down and they go back to their countries. The Blue Team's not too happy with King Blue Dude, but he's like, I would have easily died, and now that they know, Wakanda knows that we're down here in the ocean, we have some sort of alliance or allegiance, we'll be stronger than ever. And so that's really like the finale of that. They go back to Wakanda, I believe. There's a couple more scenes in there. I might be missing something. It's a 2-hour and 45-minute movie. It's certainly got the major plot developments. So they sort of form this kind of piece. I really think that's about it. Again, there's some minor loose ends tied up at the very end, but really just a big fight in the Atlantic Ocean. They kind of come together and be teammates, and the chick goes back to MIT. So again, really nothing super unique, nothing super, like I would say super interesting, but it was entertaining. I thought it was entertaining just for something to do for 2 hours and 45 minutes. The major themes of the Secret France team, I thought that was fucking funny. And similar movies, again, just any Marvel movie, it's all about the same stuff. In a genre that typically doesn't do much for me. So I wanted to get out, stop doing just writing down a news cycle every day, because again, it's just, my life is just so fucking shit. My life is fucking disgusting. So genuinely and honestly fucking terrible. So I don't have human rights, I don't have constitutional rights, I will never be able to fit into society. And I get to watch movies where, again, one of the most pathetic people in the fucking world sit there and like fantasize themselves being superheroes. Which again, just for entertainment value, I thought it was good cinematography, good musical score, and it kept my interest for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so again, a B+. So there you have it. That is my breakdown of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Again, might have missed something minor, but really about it. Yep, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.